Hello everyone, this is Timo and I'm back with another video, and today we will take a look at my Mushihimesama version 1.5 clear. As you can see from the amount of records, it took me quite a while, but I wanted to take a look at the scores first because Eric from the channel Arcade Hell brought something up in his last video. I will link it down in the description. That the scoring, even though you may not be a score player, can be a good indicator for how good you are getting, or what's your current state of or in regards to your skill level. So let's directly dive into the run. I didn't prepare too much. I just wanted to take a look with you. First stage, nothing too crazy. Basically, I moved from Novice Original. Yeah, Novice Original was the first mode I cleared, and I found a listing of the difficulties, the different difficulties, how you could or should clear the game. Normally I should have done Novice Maniac as my next step, but I jumped just over this hurdle or skipped this hurdle and directly went to 1.5 original because I wanted something with training mode. If you don't know, Mushihimesama doesn't offer the training mode for the novice difficulties. So that's why I jumped into this mode directly. So when I first started playing the game, I was quite surprised of how fast the bullets are in comparison to the novice mode. So this is something you really need to get used to, and I think if I go back to original, it will be even faster. I picked up the formation here because I was practicing with the trace power up. I just called it power up. But just 1 week before I finally cleared the game, I went back to, or I started to practicing with the trace mode after I recognized that if you hold back, your bugs around you will center and you can have a like a powerful beam if you hold your shot instead your auto fire button, so the button to move slowly, you can keep them in place. So normally they are like this, to the right and to the left, but if you press back they will go closer to your main character, and if you use the shot, the beam, or whatever it is, so you move slowly, they will stuck in place. So for stage 2, this stage can be quite tricky because of those trees that fire these 3 bullets. They are doing it quite fast, so I had to get used to on which enemy to focus first. I think this was a big learning overall in all the stages. I tried to get rid of those trees relatively fast, and also this mid-boss was, well, not too hard, but from time to time in different runs I died because with Trace I couldn't get him down fast enough. So I think Trace, if you really know how to use this power up, it might be the more flexible option, maybe the better option, I don't know. For me, the formation is, after you get used to this kind of move, so to arrange your bugs, after you get used to this, I think it's more like the straightforward option, just in my opinion. Maybe you disagree, write it in the comments. So for this part, if you kill those sandbox, you get the bullet cancel. This is another learning. If you start playing this game and you want to finish it or clear it, you should really learn what gives you bullet clears, because it's very important for survival. So for this boss, I start on the right side, kill the legs, go down, and then slowly get to the left, so I can end with this pattern, but on the other side, and then I have enough time on the left side to kill the legs, go back to the mid, and dodge it. This pattern is a little bit tricky. You just have to practice it over and over, I guess. As well as this one. And the last pattern he starts now is relatively easy. So there are two dangerous patterns you need to learn, and the problem I had was I had good runs. To this point I was very confident in the stages, and I was playing the stages relatively aggressive. But at the second boss I died from those patterns, which was very unfortunate, and I had to get the right balance. So for this stage, also this first part was very tricky for me at first, because of this bigger bugs that come in and fire those patterns. I am still not really sure how to deal with it, but with training and getting used to it, you just maneuver around the bullets, I guess. But still, even though in this run it was quite nerve-wracking for me. Here I start using the slowdown shot, this main shot, not the full auto, because there's so much stuff happening on the screen that you get those slowdowns, and you can use or abuse. I don't know if it's cheating or something, but I recognize that you get the slowdowns, and it helps you dramatically to go around all those bullets. If you use the full auto, you basically play at normal speed, and it makes it harder to dodge. So I have to use a bomb here because I miscalculated a bit, but I already have the first extend from the points. So I'm at 3 lives and 3 bombs, and this is another major learning I had to do, because you don't have auto bombs in this mode, and you really need to learn how to use your bombs and when to tactically use your bombs. At first I thought I had to deal with this stage. As well, you can see here you get this slowdown. At first I had to learn how and when to use your bombs. I died a lot because I wasn't using my bombs, and it's basically a waste of resources. It was very hard to get used to it and learn it, and I'm still learning. In this run everything just aligned, and I got the clear. So here you have can blow off 2 parts to get bullet cancels, and if you can hold it long enough, you can use this to reduce the amount of bullets from those bugs that are just going into the screen right now, or just a few seconds before. You have all these popcorn enemies, and I got afraid, so I used the bomb. Also, this cancels out a few of those bullets from the bigger bugs that come in again. I'm still using the slowdown. I just wanted to say that while it might seem easy to work with this slowdown, it can be a little bit of a trap, some kind of a mind trap. I'll just call it a mind trap, because you think, okay, it's slow and I can maneuver around it relatively easily, but from time to time it gets back to normal speed. So you still have to anticipate that, like here, you get to a little bit faster speed, back to a little bit faster speed. So I died here, but it's okay, because just a few weeks ago I just said, okay, I have to use like 4 bombs and 1 life to get through this stage alone. And I was able to get better, of course, and decrease the amount of resources to, I think, 2 or 3 bombs. I already used 2, right? So in this run, I think I will use 1 life and 4 bombs. Or 3 bombs? I'm not too sure, but I had to use a lot of resources for this stage, because this stage is really hard and is a major stepping stone, I guess, for every player. So as you can see, there is a bomb flying around on top, and I would love to grab it, but I'm so focused on dodging the bullets and getting a grasp of what is happening on the screen that I just forgot to move forward here. And now you see that the bomb gets out, so I didn't pick it up, which is bad. I had to use a bomb here and a bomb here to get over. Shoutouts to Days, because from Shmuptopia, Days sent me a short video explaining to me how I can get around this without using bombs, and it was very helpful, and I used it in training mode, but in this case I went for survival and safety first. So thanks, Days, for being awesome and sending me this. I promise to practice it in the future, but for this run I just had to go the safe route. So for this boss, yeah, I think you just have to practice the patterns. In this case, I normally use a bomb here. Okay, I was able to delay it quite a bit, so I can get around another pattern or avoid a pattern and kill the boss relatively fast. So it seems intimidating at first, but as with a lot of other bosses, you just have to get used to the patterns and find your way through it. Stage 4 is, I think it's a very nice stage. It's a very nice change of the setting, as well as stage 3. I don't like the stage that much, but it's a nice setting. So here you're in the cave, and you have this green bugs that send out faster bullets and more bullets, and you have this popcorn enemies. And here I start at the right, focus on the bullets of the big guy, and then you can kill him after going through his first pattern. But this can be tricky, so you have to practice it by yourself. Start at the right, move to the middle, and then after you dodge the first pattern, you can just kill him by focus shotting. By use your focus shot or your slow shot, I don't know how it's called. Here I focus on this pattern again, and then don't get confused by the popcorn enemies. Just focus on the big one in the middle, because it gives you the bullet cancel. You can manipulate those shots. If you start at the left or the right, you see that those shots are aimed, and this boss is quite tricky. Those patterns are a little bit nasty. You can get through it. This is just dodging left to right, and then the hard thing starts. This next pattern is normally something other players would dodge, but I start at the left and go through those streams and the 2 bullets he shoots, and it's quite consistent for me. So I start at the left and dodging to the right, to the right, to the right, and going through the stream and those 2 bullets, and it works relatively good for me. So here a lot of popcorn enemies, just shoot them, and now you get to the dragonflies. I try to get rid of the shell, because it shoots the thicker bullets, and then I kill the popcorn enemies first, and then the tail. I think it's more consistent. I don't know if it was the intention of the developer to do it like this. Unfortunate death. Yeah, but that's how I did it, because I found myself get clipped from the bullet streams of the popcorn enemies. That's why I move over and kill them first, and then the dragonfly. So here I get the cancel, but I was afraid, so I used the bomb. If you kill the tail, you get another bullet cancel. So here, this one is moving upwards, but you will have a situation in a few seconds where, yeah, I think here are 3 of them. So if you kill those shells, you can go through it. I try to get rid of the head, kill the tail, and then go over to the right and kill the head of this thing that comes directly to you, and kill the tail because you get the bullet cancel. And I don't try to kill all of those dragonflies. I just try to, well, maneuver around them and avoiding the bullets. So for this boss, I basically try to move with him to stay like this. Because normally you get a window where you can go through the pattern. I'm not too confident moving through it, so I just bombed there. This thing is also, well, you have to practice it. You need to get used to it. And now it gets a little bit easier, I think. So you can dodge this quite widely. I don't dodge it wide enough here, but can do it. Here you can make use of the slowdown again to go around it, and then you just move up because it spreads its wings and shoots all those single bullets. You can just move directly in front to it. It's kind of a safe spot, I guess. I never died there, so I go full face to face and then, well, yeah, shoot him in the face. So now we are at the last stage. 3 lives, 1 bomb. It's not too bad. And this stage is, yeah, kind of hard because this is where the game really tries to kill you. You have all those fast bullets. You have a lot of popcorn enemies that shoot fast bullets, and I had the problem that I was focusing on the bigger enemies and got hit by smaller bullets that I wasn't even seeing because I was not focusing on them. So I had to run the stage several times to get a feel for how it can work. Also important again, this big plants on the right give you bullet cancels. So you can strategically use them to cancel out bullets. And you don't have to route it too hard, but you should know somewhat where those plants are. So we have one here on the right and we get another one on the left. So I move over to the left a little bit, try to shoot it, get the bullet cancel and move over to the right. I think I use only the slow shot, so to say, and keep the unfortunate death and keep the bugs wide to cover a lot of space and make use of the slowdown again. So therefore I mostly use this slow shot or this powerful shot for most of the stage. Now we're going to stage to the mid boss. I align my bugs, dodge it. Those patterns are quite okay. This one is scary for me, so I try to keep the bomb as long as possible and then bomb. And this is just going through the gaps. So I knew that I have to use a bomb here, but from a resource standpoint, it's okay. But this is where the hard part starts and where I died a lot in former runs. So instead of the plants, you have those big guys that give you the bullet cancels, and you have a lot of plants that shoot fast bullets. And you have a lot of popcorn enemies and you get some moth, and well, the game just tries to kill you, right? In this case, I just let this one, and I also think this one, yes, I let them live, because for me it was more consistent to not kill everything, but just find my way around it. I have to use the bomb here and get the bullet cancel from the big guy, which didn't do too much, unfortunately. But it is really crucial that you try to practice this, because there's also those guys in the water that shoot quite fast. You have all those popcorn enemies and those moth, and there's a lot going on. This was also very close, and there's a lot going on, and it's really hard to keep track of everything. I died there, which was unfortunate, and now this is a time where I get nervous because I lost 2 lives already. I didn't use all my bombs that I had at my disposal, and it's tickling something, so I used the bomb here to just get to the final boss, and just to make sure I get the opportunity to try to clear the game. There were a lot of times where I died. In this section, for example, there's a lot going on. I get clipped. I use the bomb because I knew, okay, I wouldn't be able to get out. Another bomb. Celebration bomb, maybe. This was close again. So this stage is really, until the last popcorn enemy, everything tries to kill you. And you really need to have luck and or paying attention. So this pattern is quite okay to dodge, I think. It's just from left to right and finding the gaps. This is a lot harder, but it's basically going also from left to right. It sounds stupid, but you have to, because this pattern is shaped differently, you have to move a little bit up and right, and yeah, well, it's intimidating. This one is also quite okay to dodge, because you have a lot of space. This one is like a maze, and I die here, which is unfortunate, and I get even more nervous because I now know, okay, I cannot get hit. And here you have the option to bomb it away, the pattern, or you need to go through the gaps. And in my case, I just say it doesn't matter. I just want to kill the boss, and I was really happy that I was able to do it. So I just used the bombs. It's not the most beautiful way to finish the game or get to the boss, but after so many failed attempts, I was very happy that I was able to make it there and to finally kill the boss with 1 credit. Yeah, so now the end, of course. What can I say to finish off the video? This one took me quite a while. Between the novice clear and the 1.5 clear, I have to look at the phone. It was about 4 weeks. I don't know if it's really long or is it normal. I think everyone has a different pace. So for me, it felt quite long because I did the runs and I had to practice, and then you have this phase where you think, oh, I'm not getting better. I'm getting killed in stage 2 suddenly instead of stage 4, or so. Some of the time I really doubted my mind if I could really make it. But in the end, well, the scoring, it's what Eric said in his video, the scoring is a good indicator for getting better. And also the people at Twitter encouraged me to go and and just keep on pushing. So that was really helpful, more helpful than you guys might think. So Mushihimesama, awesome game. Considering that I didn't like it at first that much, it grew on me, and I will definitely go back to the game, maybe, or this could be a game I want to get into scoring more, but first I will clear the original mode. What is it called? Is it original? Yeah, 1.0 original. And then we will see. But for now, I have enough of bugs. I need something different. I will come back to Mushihimesama in the future. I'm really sure. So, well, I think that this wraps it up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to, well, my voice, rambling about the game, trying to keep my thoughts together and telling you how I did it and what I thought and how I felt. Yeah, thank you. If you cleared the game, let me know in the comments, and or let me know your story with Mushihimesama. Did you play it, or do you plan on playing it? What was your story with the game? That's really something that I would like to hear. Thank you everyone for being here. If you like what you saw and heard, please consider giving this video a like. I hope to see you soon again. Hope to clear another game soon. We will see. I will keep you posted on Twitter. Thank you very much. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye.